Tonight on Pop Samurai's Thursday Pop Block, you know them as alcoholics, drunks, boozers. We're going through the greatest of them in pop culture, so stay tuned, grab a drink, and join us as we power through this Thursday Pop Block. We'll also have aficionados, some rapid five, some reviews, talking about what we're doing. It's going to be a great time. Look forward to having you guys on board. See you soon.
Pop Samurai, I choose you!
Is Pop Samurai?
No. Hey, Pop Samurai, if you're not listening to Pop Samurai, then you're doing nothing constructive. Correct.
In a world looking for something to listen to, a group of friends rise to the challenge. It's Pop Samurai.
Penis.
Oh, hello! I have no idea if that actually made it onto the stream. Welcome to Pop Samurai Network. This is our Thursday Power Pop Block. I am your host, Will Walkie Washgoon, along with my co-hosts, Boy.
Jelani Hoon here. We're rowdy tonight, guys. It's gonna be a good one.
And that's Critical Joel Peprocky.
That's me.
And we are about to get into the top 5 alcoholics in all of pop culture. We're talking about boozers. We're talking about people who always have a drink in their hand. You can hit video games. You can hit movies. You can hit whatever you want as long as they're hitting the bottle. Before we get to that, though, I want to hit you guys up with our classic little like, share, subscribe diatribe, and that is that if you're watching this, if you're having a good time, don't forget to do those things that I said. Press those buttons. Check out popsamurainetwork.com for all of our various social medias and information about the show. There's the blog there. We've got a gallery. It's a good time, so go check that out. And don't forget to spread the word, because we're trying to bring some joy in these dark days in a non-alcoholic way. Because Lord knows I'm drinking 6 days a week. So thank you guys so much for being here. And enough of that. Back into my host persona. All right, gentlemen, are you ready to enter the gauntlet?
The goblet, if you will.
Yes, or the goblet, yes. I like it. That was such a good correction that, Jelani, I'm going to ask you to go first.
Oh, no.
I wasn't ready for this.
We're doing a list? Is that what we're doing today? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with my top 5 alcoholics in pop culture. My number 5, I'm going to the world of Jaboy likes himself old school wrestling. So he's going to bring up Stone Cold Steve Austin, because when you think of that guy, it's not wrestling, it's the drinking.
Oh, that's such a good pick, and I'm already disappointed in myself.
Well done, sir.
Joel, what's your number 5?
Mine was something that came to me because I was like, I'm trying to think outside of the box that we usually, because our lists always end up with movies, video games, et cetera, et cetera. It's a little out of the box here, just like Jelani's was. This one is actually the angry video game nerd. He is always mad, and he always has to slam a beer when he watches and plays terrible video games. So the angry video game nerd.
I like this pick. That's a good one, Joe.
I'm not familiar with who this is. Is he a streamer or a
YouTuber?
He's a YouTuber. He's a tuber. Okay.
He's a tuber.
Very famous. I'm surprised you haven't heard of him.
Very famous.
I mean, look, the real estate was real cheap under my rock, okay? Anyway.
Over to you, man.
Number 5 for me is the person that I thought of when I proposed this very topic.
This is gonna be good.
I don't even watch the show, and I know that neither of you watch the show either. But my number 5 is Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones.
How dare you?
Bring that onto the show.
I'm sorry.
Bring this garbage on this show. None of us watch it for a reason. Here you go.
I'm sorry. I thought that this was America.
Okay.
Your pants around your ankle when you
That's
said that?
that's a quote from another one of my favorite drunks.
I
Good
just want to
point.
know, is that foreshadowing? Is
No,
that
it is
Nice,
not.
good.
He did
All
not
right,
make
all
my
right.
list.
Okay, all right, let's keep going.
Anyway, Jelani, number 4.
All right, number 4 for me. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with the pirate Captain Jack Sparrow. Is who I'm going. Captain Jack Sparrow. Why is the rum always gone? Well, you know why.
I'm so upset.
That's great. That's a good one.
I'm so
That's
upset I didn't think of that.
Also, chat. Yes, Joel said it. Continue.
What? What is that referring to? I don't know.
Continue. You have to watch back and find out. Continue.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
All right. So, my number 4 is a character that saved the world because of his drunkenness. This is the one and only Randy Quaid as Russell Case in Independence Day.
Hell yeah! Oh,
I didn't even think of this one.
I'm
my
back!
Yeah,
Good job.
beautiful.
Good job on
Saved
that
the
one.
world.
That's a really good one. That's a good one.
That is a deep cut, but that is a critical hit, I would say.
Critical Joel.
Yeah.
Listen, Joel with these critical picks.
Very nice.
All right, on to Will. We want to hear your number 4 now.
Yeah, well, my number 4 is from a sadly canceled television show, which was among several that were canceled all at the same time, but they were all brilliant, and they shouldn't have been except for business. I'm going to go with Jessica Jones for my number 4.
Yeah, she is.
That's another
a
really
beast
good
of
one.
a drunk.
Hell yeah. You want someone who, like, powers up when they get drunk.
That's
Jessica
a really
Jones.
good one.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Jelani, what you got to top it? Number 3.
Number 3 for me is going to be a this one's a very a pick that's near and dear to my heart. And it's funny that it's coming from the International Review Boy. I'm going with Wong Fei Hung from The Legend of the Drunken Master, Jackie Chan's character.
Oh, now I'm upset.
All right, that's what I'm going for.
How are you not going to go with Sam Seed from Drunken Master? He is the Drunken Master. I'm only saying that because he was like number 6 on my list. He was very close to getting there. I love the pick, though. Great pick.
Yes, Wong Fei Hung.
Joel, numero trace.
I am being awfully quiet here because I am ecstatic because I have Jackie Chan as Wong Fei Hung and the legend of the Drunken Master.
Drunken Master.
Legend. Dude, go watch those scenes again. It is so fantastic.
The classic one, the classic first one, and the wonderful sequel as well.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
I'm happy that we're all at least on that same page. I thought of him. He just missed my list. Anyway. My number 3. I mean, this guy is fucking Mount Rushmore of TV drunks. Gotta be. Certainly of animated drunks. I'm gonna go with the incomparable Sterling Archer.
Yes. Actually done.
Nice one.
That is my number 3, which, if my math is right, brings us to Jelani's number 2.
Hey, everybody. It's Jelani's number 2. My number 2 pick here is going to be from a movie that I absolutely love, and I brought up numerous times on this show that I go back and rewatch all the time. It's a Western, folks, and I'm obviously going to go with Val Kilmer's Doc Holliday from
Big
Tombstone.
One.
I've yet to begin to defile myself. He is a great drunkard.
That's a good one.
Right on. Joel.
Yes. All right. My number 2 is a famed animated character as well. except mine comes from a little town called Springfield. We don't know where. Springfield, where, right?
Springfield, America, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. But it is Barney Gumble.
Barney
Oh my
Gumble. Excellent
Forgot about Barney.
choice.
Forgot about Barney, folks.
If this was a list of the best Belchers,
Yeah.
Bob Belcher would be number 1, but then Barney
Yeah,
Gumble would be number 2. And
then
it's
Ogre
just
from
on
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just on technicality, really. Number 2 for me is a bit of a personal pick. This one might not get a lot of love, but something the audience might not know about me is that I am a fraternity man, a frat boy. And so my number 2 is from the all-time greatest fraternity movie. That is Animal House, and that drunk is Bluto Blutarski,
Nice.
portrayed
Good one.
by oh my god,
Belushi.
Belushi. Jesus, why did I start that sentence if I didn't know how it was gonna finish? My number 2 could have been myself. I'm sorry, this is fictional drunks, and I think I'm real. But if I keep drinking, maybe I'll, fix that. Honorable
You're just getting
mentions.
started.
Yeah,
Honorable mentions.
Jelani.
Hey!
What almost made the list? What just stumbled off of your list?
What
Yeah,
just
perfect.
stumbled off my list here? Let's see. On my list here, Tony Stark, comic book version, not MCU version, because obviously they gotta keep that a little bit more clean. But then the whole Team America from Beer Fest, Frank the Tank from Old School. Come on, guys.
Yes.
Frank the Tank. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Al Swearingen from Deadwood.
From Deadwood, yeah.
Mhm.
He came very close to making my list. That's all I got. That's all I got right now.
Hey, that's some powerhouses.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet.
Yeah,
Joel.
that's good. I came up with quite a few, but let me not as long as my usual one. So let's see. Doc Holliday, I had Jack Lemmon from in Days of Days and Wine and Roses. John Belushi in Animal House. Donald Gibb as Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. I had Shun Di from Virtua Fighter and his exact replica in King of Fighters, Chin Gensai. Soda Popinski from Punch Out. Revy from Black Lagoon. Mugen from Samurai Champloo. Daisuke Jigen from Lupin the Third, Misato Katsuragi from Evangelion, a terrible drunk. Nicolas Cage from Leaving Las Vegas, Karen Allen as Marion in Indiana Jones, Billy Bob as Bad Santa, Big Lebowski, Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow, Jessica Jones, and Sterling Archer.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
a lot of hearing the common names there.
Mm-hmm. All right, for me, I had the dude, the Big Lebowski,
The dude.
Ron Swanson, Barney Gumble, Iron Man as well was on mine. Sam Seed, like I said, would have been my or Beggar So, depending on which version of Drunken Master you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Marsh, the entire gang from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Meredith Palmer from The Office, Hank Moody from Californication. You guys ever watch that show?
I did once or twice, yeah.
David
I've not.
Duchovny, yeah.
Very good.
Don Draper, Lucille Bluth, Jiraiya Sensei from Naruto, Misato from Evangelion, Bon from The Seven Deadly Sins, Mugen from Samurai Champloo, Spirit Allborn from Soul Eater, Lil Jon, because shots. I know technically he's real, but there's no way that's actually like his persona. And Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. Not actually on my list, because I thought you guys would both pick him. Anyways, on to our number ones.
Wait. There's no drinkers in Mass Effect?
I wouldn't say they're drunks. There's some really good drinking scenes.
Yes, there's great scenes. There's not a drinker.
Maybe the elusive man, because he's always got.
He does always have like a bourbon.
He's always got bourbon. He's a bourbon man. There's a a discussion about that. Otherwise, shout out to the Tally emergency induction port scene.
That is true. That is a really good scene.
So good. But enough of that. Let's get on to the big guns, the number ones. Jaboy, hit us.
Number one, I haven't said him yet, so obviously he's probably my number one. It's gonna be from Rick and Morty. Rick Sanchez is my number one.
Ooh.
Bing. I'll take
There
a
it
drink
is.
for that.
Cheers.
All right.
Well done. Number one over here for me, yeah.
Number one for Joel.
All right, mine is a famous duel, not duel, but how do I say this? A reality and his actual portrayal of character. So this is a duel drunk.
Oh, man.
This is Robert Shaw as Quint in Jaws.
Wow, that
He
is
a powerhouse.
a really good pick.
Pouring yourself a double there. Very nice.
Bravo, man.
I'm going to be getting some Louisiana or the Indianapolis speech in here in a little bit. So go ahead, though. Let's hear your number one, man.
I'm genuinely excited that I snubbed Rick and picked this instead. He is my favorite animated drunk. He is Bending Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Oh my
From
lord!
Futurama.
I
Nice
forgot.
pick. Mhm.
all
Hell
about
yeah.
Bender.
You don't
I
think of robots,
Cannot
right?
believe I forgot about Bender. I'm mad.
Let's
just gonna quit.
go.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's my retirement. I'll see you guys later.
Well, hey,
all right,
to you.
To me.
Cheers.
Mm. You didn't
Yes.
have to say.
Coffee.
But excellent. These are some lists, you guys. For anybody who isn't familiar with the show, this is the part where we go from talking about how great everyone is to talking about how terrible their picks are. Because we are going to nominate for spots on our big show list and then debate who really is the drunkest of them all. And there can be only 5. So let's get started assembling that bar hopping crew of all time. Jelani, who do you want where?
All right. Who do I want where? I want to put. Let me get me a Stone Cold Steve Austin at number 5.
Oh, it's such a good pick. All right, Joel, what you got to combat that?
I want Jackie Chan to comfortably sit at number 3.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Yes.
I want Bender at number 1.
Whoa.
Oh.
Now,
Whoa,
for those of you
what
at
is
home,
this?
you might not realize that's a slight breach of etiquette going straight for
We're gonna red wedding us right now? That's what you're doing?
you don't even have him on your list. Going straight for the smash ball.
No, he deserves to go against Barney.
But I'm going for it.
All right.
I have upset my co-hosts, but I accept it. I'm drunk with power and bourbon.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so what we do now is we put 4 minutes on the clock. 4 minutes because 3 minutes wasn't doing it in the past. And then we will debate, and then we will vote. So, first we have Stone Cold Austin 316. At number 5, Jelani, are you ready?
Yeah.
And clink.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my number 5 pick and nomination is Stone Cold Steve Austin. When you think of wrestlers, drinking doesn't come to mind, but Stone Cold Steve Austin was back in the day when he was at the height of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was the coolest fucking thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He was the everyman. He was the drinking man, and he came to the stage, and I wanted to be in the arena I always wanted to be in the arena when he would show up and they would just be throwing him the beers and he's just pouring it all over the place onto him. And it's just amazing to have a character like that. Nowadays, it's probably not PC or anything like that or whatever you want to call it. But back in the day and the Attitude Era and everything like that, the bottom line is he was great and he was an awesome character on that show. He deserves to be at number 5. We don't have a wrestler that even stands close to this. It deserves to be on this list. And that's the bottom line, because your boy said so.
Oh, he did the catchphrase. Joel.
Snuck it in there. All right. Jackie Chan as crap, I'm forgetting his name. Doesn't matter. I'm wasting time. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm wasting time. In The Legend of the Drunken Master, he's a young martial artist that is caught between respecting his pacifist father's wishes and stopping a group of disrespectful foreigners from stealing a precious artifact. I am reading that directly from IMDb, but just to let you know that is trademarked. Regardless, that's just to get the idea out of the way. The point is, this is Jackie Chan, and he made a movie in 1978 that was called The Drunken Master, and then redid the same story, which is actually it's legit. It's from 1994. So 16 years later, the guy doesn't look like he aged a bit because he's ripping off his freaking shirt and is a beast. And the only way that he is a beast is when he's drunk as hell. So this is like the quintessential when you drink and fight, the drunken boxing fighting style. This is it. And the work that he did in this movie is absolutely astounding. When the Axe Gang comes to town, dude, Jackie Chan's gonna kick some ass when he's drunk as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Fucking good.
Whew, I love it.
So fucking good.
Okay. Bender Bending Rodriguez. Jelani, you mentioned when people think of drinking, they don't usually think of wrestlers. You know who else they don't usually think of? Motherfucking robots, son! Bender Rodriguez is an amazing character in Futurama, and he is always slamming beer. I mean, his chest is literally a cooler that he just constantly pulls beers out of, snaps the bottles off, the caps off the top, and hands one to Fry. You want to talk about a futuristic best friend? My mind goes straight to the dude that is literally an igloo walking around. When he drinks high enough octane booze, he spits fire. I mean, that's pretty sweet. He's so, I mean, that's a great point from the chat. Literally, he is driven by beer. Like, that is how he sustains himself. So, like, and also he's got the all-time greatest party trick down pat, and that is crushing the cans on your head. He's fulfilling his prime directive. He is bending metal, and I'm all about it. Bender Rodriguez, number 1. Let's go.
His description is alcoholic, whoremongering, chain-smoking gambler.
Mm-hmm. Shut up, baby. I know it.
Good one.
So good.
All
Well
right.
done. Well done.
So that is the debate round. The time for debate is over. The time for voting is now. We're going to start at our lowest spot and move up. So that means Stone Cold Steve Austin is on the chopping block. Jelani, how do you plead?
I'm going to give this a big yay. I think it deserves to be on this list. Let's do it. Number 5.
All right.
Stunner.
Who's going to next?
Let's go to Joel.
All right. I am going to say that this is a very inspired pick. I have to say yes to this one. Honest to God, I didn't even think about it. Again, you nailed it with the wrestler. I love that wrestling has everything. It's just like Jurassic Park.
Dude.
That's right, baby.
Dude, I'm the same way. Like, I love that wrestling is becoming a part of this because there's been some really good stories told in wrestling. And when you think of the Attitude Era, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin smashing 2 beers together and chugging them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's quintessential. You've got my vote, and Austin is going on the list.
That's right, number 5 picks. Austin 316 says it just kicked your ass. All right, let's move on.
What? Anyway, what?
What?
Anyway, what?
What? All right.
Anyway, moving to the number 3 pick.
Yes. I have
Jackie Chan and the
Jackie-
Drunken Master. Joel.
Oh, I want this on this list. Not just the fact that Jelani and I lined up. It was like cosmic. I think this one belongs here.
Mm-hmm. I will go next. I absolutely love this pick as well. Like I said, I nominated Beggar So to be a little bit different because he is technically the original Drunken Master.
He is the original.
But it's Jackie Chan, and he made those movies so good, and everybody loves Jackie Chan. So it's
He's
a
so
yay
talented.
from me.
Yeah.
Jelani,
Come on, guys. Come on.
I want you to say no just to see.
The inventor of the drunken style. Come on. He's got to be on this list, guys.
Oh yeah.
You can drink and kick ass at the same time. Inspired Bo Raicho and Shundi. Let's do it. All right, let's get it on this list.
Done. He is there, punching his way to the 3 spot.
Yeah.
And finally, here's the trick. Bender at number 1.
Stop.
It is tough because there are a lot of great drunks left on the list. I mean, I gotta think about this. Yay. Yay.
Yeah.
Come on. It's Bender. Let's go.
You don't say. Okay.
Surprise. Jelani.
That's a good argument. All right. Oh, man. Number 1, huh?
Don't let this influence you at all, but the chat is very pro-Bender.
Oh, what is this?
And I am not talking about The Legend of Korra.
What is this? Paper Mario and 1,000-Year Door? They're just going to throw help your way? All right. Good video game pick right there. But I'm going to... I'm going to say yay.
There it is.
I cannot believe I forgot about Bender.
Same here. I know.
It's disrespectful, and this obviously needed to be number 1. So,
all right. Well,
Bender would have used that against you to say you owe me a beer,
and I would gladly buy it if I had any space money. Anyways, Joel, did you say yay? Was that?
It would have been a yay.
That was a yay all around.
I'm just struggling because we got a lot of good picks. That's all. So yeah.
Well, we've also got some time left, but I will say that the 1, 3, and 5 are all done. It's odds out here on Pop Samurai. So let's get even with the number 2 and 4 spots. And Joel, you get to go first.
Oh. All right. All right. Crap. All right. I'm gonna put something at number 2. I got to get Robert Shaw out there as Quint from Jaws.
Okay.
Really good.
I am going to heed the call of the chat again because they haven't steered me wrong yet. And I'm going to put Jess Jones at number 4.
Woo. Bonnie, put something strong against that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Jack Sparrow at number 4.
Oh, no!
2 really good drunks right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chat was saying they wanted Jessica and Jack.
Wait,
now they're fighting.
You don't want the 2 sailors right next to each other?
A little ditty about Jack and Jessica.
Oh, that's pretty good.
This is a story about Jack and Jessica. Let's get it on.
This is a story all about how this list got turned upside down.
Yep.
Okay.
Take a moment though.
Sit right there.
Should I sit right here? I'll sit right here. Okay.
Back corner if you can. Back corner. Time out for all of us. All right, let's get to it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn us off now. I'm just gonna end the stream at that.
Fade to black.
So, we have Jack Sparrow and Jessica Jones for number 4. We have Quint for number 2.
Yep.
And that means that I will go first because technically I nominated first. With Jessica Jones, 4 minutes on the clock. Here we go.
Bring it.
Let me pour you a drink. Let's make it a strong drink because Jessica Jones knows how to kick ass and drink strong booze, and that's really all you need. She also, does a little private investigating on the side. Whatever, we don't have to talk about that. The point is, there is not a single episode of that show that she isn't hitting at least 2 different bottles. I'm 99% sure that is the truth. One of my favorite articles that I read when the Netflix Jessica Jones show was on was how they went through and picked out all of the booze bottles from the shows and figured out what the fake labels were emulating. Like, she's slinging Wild Turkey, she's slinging Old Granddad, and they're changing the labels. It was creative mastery. Like, literally, she couldn't function. And the best part is, it was functional alcoholism. Like, they really painted her as a character who had some shit in her past. She was dealing with it by drinking and fighting. And I think that's really endearing, if not a little problematic. She's a great drunk. She deserves to be on the list. And I will go to Jelani next with Captain Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow has got to be the best pirate you have ever seen, and he does it all while permanently drunk, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this guy here is constantly drinking. The rum's always gone, and you don't need to see it. You don't need to see him drinking it because you know where it went, guys. All right, he drunk all of it. All right, everything about this character, the mannerisms, the Keith Richard, the esque, movements, the unbalancedness, to this character, and just the fun that this character and the life that JD brought to this character. All right, Depp brought some depth to this character, and he's a drunkard. All right. Come on, guys. Jack needs to be on this list. He's the best. Let's give it to him.
All right. Going over to Joel at number 2.
All right. So Robert Shaw, an English actor, very famed by the time he got to Jaws, was known for being a drunk himself. And I'm not trying to highlight that aspect of it, but it did channel itself in a way because he was very frustrated on set, and it is reflected in the movie itself. So you see the relationship between him and Dreyfus, and they actually really hated each other on set, and later kind of, I think, made amends. But regardless, you see him taking cans and crushing them and doing all sorts of stuff too. And it's like, this is a character who is just the embodiment of a rough sailor that has been drinking and doing tough shit his whole life. So it's the tough man drunk that I think is channeled so perfectly here. But I will mention that his speech when they're drinking and having fun, aside from the having fun part, when he's talking about how in World War II the ship went down and then the sharks were eating all the soldiers, that is, to many people, the scariest part of the movie, and they attribute it to him giving that speech. And it's just a single take, pretty much. I think it's pretty much a single take on that one. But yeah, the actor is remarkable, probably because he was drunk, but also the character being a drunk the whole time. It's just this remarkable reflection of somewhat of a real character. So I think it's beautiful.
Love it. And also great timing, 7 seconds to spare. Nice. So pour yourself some 7 and 7s, and we're going to get to voting. First one, it's a big one. JJ versus JS. Jessica Jones versus Jack Sparrow. I will go first. You're welcome. And I am going to stick with Jessica Jones. Jelani.
Ooh, this is a tough one, ladies and gentlemen. What will Joel pick? Because I'm going to stick with Jack Sparrow on this one.
Yeah, all right.
So, Jessica Jones, Jack Sparrow. Let's go to Joel.
Man.
Now, the good news is I did see both of these through. So I'm happy to say that I actually have a fair shot at trying to understand both the characters.
I didn't realize that you actually watched these. The Netflix superheroes. I thought that you skipped them.
I didn't watch all of them. No, I watched Jessica Jones. I didn't finish a few of them. But regardless, this is a very tough one, boys.
The chat is split too.
Yeah.
It's very even, actually.
I'm looking at my list at least and thinking about what else we have and wondering if I abstain, can we get something even crazier on this?
You would not dare.
You are stuffing a canister into your own pick's mouth, sir. You are stuffing an oxygen tank right into the jaws.
Shooting it. Yeah,
You
exactly.
better watch yourself.
Well, either way, I'm going to piss off one of you and half the chat. So why don't I just piss off everybody? No, I'm just kidding. All right, you know what? I think we've got to do this right. No, wait, no. I'm really sorry, guys. This is so tough. You know what I'm going to do? They're both out of here. We gotta do it.
What?
We gotta do it. We've got to do it.
Terrible.
I'm sorry.
I can't even believe this. I can't even believe this.
Oh, don't complain. You got Doc Hollywood still.
I don't think that's his name.
You abstain from voting? All right, ladies and gentlemen, the rules go if
Undecided voter here.
if there is not a majority, if the vote does not gain a majority vote, it is stricken from the list forever. So I'm gonna need to take.
I know what's going on in the chat.
Oh man.
If you are as upset by that pick as we all are, have a drink. And
give up
Joel's
my
address is.
Showing up in the distance.
All right. Let's restore democracy and order here. Joel has a pick at number 2. Joel, how are you voting?
How am I pleading? I think we got to have Quint on here. This is the true sailor that's the drunk here. So that's one of my tough parts with the previous 2 picks. Anyway, so yeah, you get a yay from me on Quint.
I get to vote first. So I'm going to say no. And how dare you, and no again, and give it to Jelani to choose whether to spare your pick or not.
All right.
How mad is Jelani?
One sailor for another salty sailor.
This is all good fun. It's all good fun, you know.
Is it?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so Quint from Jaws. This pick I think is an inspired pick, I think. On the role alone, I think it's one that I would not have thought of right immediately, but coming to thinking about it more, I think it makes a lot of sense for the character and where he goes in the movie. So I'll vote a yay. I'm gonna land this one on number 2, and let's make the number 4 spot an all out.
Oh
fest.
God!
Monsters all out attack. Yep, we're gonna do it.
Nicely done. I'm still glad I got to vote no.
Just out of spite too, because I bet you like that pick.
I do love that pick. I can't be upset that it made it on there. So now everything but the 4 is out there. It's almost a foregone conclusion that we would battle at number 4. The chat is livid right now. Joel is gonna have to go into hiding after this.
Love you all.
Critical troll over there. Let's get going with our number 4 picks and this final round, hopefully. I am going to put Sterling Archer at number 4.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a very good one.
Jelani, what you got?
I got Rick Sanchez at number 4.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Joel, what about you?
I think I got to put Barney Gumble.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm sorry, from my number 2.
This is the animation domination 4 spot right here. Yeah. This is going to be quite a thing. Number 4.
I don't know how we're going to handle this, guys.
I believe I need to go first. Yeah, I go first. That's all
Yep,
that needs to
don't
be said.
hesitate.
Shut up. I'm not hesitating. You're hesitating. I'm not stalling. I know exactly what I'm going to say to topple these two Goliath
All right.
figures in alcoholism. Anyway, 4 minutes on the clock. Sterling Archer, here I go. You want to talk about functional alcoholism. Sterling Archer does it all and more, baby. He makes it look good. This guy has always got a drink in his hand because that's how he was raised. By Mallory Archer, another behemoth in the drunk realm who always has a drink in her hand. I mean, this is a guy who drinks Bloody Marys from the pitcher to recover from his previous night of drinking. This is a guy who literally has a Cristal freaking decanter in his custom car, in his automatic like glove box that folds out. This guy knows how to drink, and he knows how to do it with style. So if I'm gonna pick a drunk that I want to go out with, and I want to go just fucking balls to the wall, let's get wasted with, it's gotta be Sterling Archer. Come on.
All right.
Also, he would be an amazing person to take to the safe house. Jelani, number 4.
Number 4. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to talk about functional alcoholics on this list here. This is someone who is both a functional and non-functional at the same time alcoholic. You have someone that is a really great characterization or satirization of like the Doc Brown character from Back to the Future, just the scientist character who is just this mad scientist who's all over the place, who is a drunkard. He does whatever he wants to do. He has crazy beliefs, but the biggest thing about him is that he is a crazy ass drunk throughout the entire series, throughout the entire run. But you see the highs and lows of that. You see him be at his lowest of lows, dealing with his mental problems and his depression and everything like that, and in the darker moments of the episodes that happen frequently in the later episodes. And then you see some of the just like crazy antics where he's just constantly burping his alcohol burps out of the character constantly, that were real at first because they were drinking as they were recording the voiceover. So I think it's a character that became a big thing, and for a reason, and I think it deserves to be on his list.
I see. Joel with Barney.
All right. So I think most of us have grown up knowing who Barney Gumble is. The fact that we even know his last name is very peculiar. But the reason is because it's a reoccurring character. It's not the main character who is also a drunk, but it is his best friend who is the true drunk. And I love that there is questionably 2 reasons why he's a drunk. One is because they think that his woman left him in post high school for a journalist career, which happened in one episode. And then the second one was in the Plow King. And I forgot what it was, but regardless, it's just amazing how this character is this big bumbling buffoon that encapsulates this idea of the comedy relief through the use of alcohol, and it's probably made a lot of people pissed off in the fact that it's like this total trope, but at the same time, it's funny, it's adorable, it's endearing. It makes everybody laugh from young to old because everybody has been around a drunk probably at some point, and they all do stupid crap. And we know that Barney is like an exact character, like taken to the far reaches of what being a drunk is. So I thought this one is just a absolute need to have on this list because, hey, we all know The Simpsons. We all know Barney. What a great character.
And that is time. Well done. Okay, so once again, we have 3 Goliaths of drinking. We have Sterling Archer, Rick Sanchez, and Barney Gumble. And I get to vote first. And I have a quandary. I'm going to play it safe and vote for my guy. I'm going to stick with Sterling Archer.
Okay.
You don't take first position and then, fire your shot into the air. What am I, Alexander Hamilton? Jelani, why don't you go ahead and take yours?
Oh my lord! I was thinking about wavering, but then that joke happened, and then so now
that was a good reference. How dare you?
All right, let me see. This is a tough one, guys. These are iconic drunks.
Every single one of them.
Oh,
if I was putting together an animated dream team for like a beer fest or something, these guys would all be first ballot Hall of Famers.
Yeah. I'm going to
What's he gonna do?
I'm going to change my vote. I'm going to throw my vote for Archer.
Oh!
I'm just kidding. Oh, sweet success, Will. Sweet.
Joel, what would you like to cast your vote for?
Well, I do like Archer. That is a very good one. I had it on my runners up. I just failed at giving my explanation because it was the Mr. Plow episode where Homer introduced him to beer right before he took the ASATs. He was a brilliant guy. And
I was going to say
Harvard.
He was like a genius, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then he had his first beer.
Yeah.
Oh, it was such a good story.
I forgot all about that. You didn't say any of that.
You know what? I know exactly. I totally blew it. You could tell I just went like, and it went gone right out of into the ether. But regardless, you know what? I'll give mine to Archer, but I would have liked to have mine.
If it makes you feel any better, all of that agony for number 4 and Bender at number 1 means Matt Groening is officially the king of creating drunk characters. So that is something to rest your weary head on. As we go to Jaboy, the official keeper of the list, read us that big boozy list, baby.
God, ladies and gentlemen, the list today is... I forgot to write it down.
I've got it.
Number 5, Austin 316, baby, Stone Cold. Number 4, Sterling Mallory Archer. Number 3, I have forgotten.
It's Jackie Chan.
It is Jackie Chan from Drunken Master. Number 2
is Quint from Jaws.
And number 1
is gotta be Bender, baby.
Let's go.
This is a good Bender impersonation. I can't do it. Somebody here has to be able to do it.
I already gave my whole thing with the line earlier.
Yeah.
But this is a beautiful list.
A very sudsy list.
Big, beautiful list. I have to go back and redo the list because I forgot.
Big energy on this list. I want to thank everyone who showed up in the chat. This has been so much fun. Please, please pour yourself another drink and stick around because we've got some treats coming up for you in Papa Fictionados. We're going to take a quick 10-minute break and we will be right back. Any parting words before we head off to the break, gentlemen?
Love all you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Duffman, oh no.
Oh, Duffman says, oh no. And the chat is clamoring for a penis story if someone wants to hang around and tell it. But I will put the screen up and we will go to break and we'll find out after. or during, or I don't know.
Enjoy your chat.
All right. Give us your picks for the biggest drunk in pop culture. Guess what the penis story is, and we'll be back in 10. Bye, guys.